Well, hello there Internet, I'm CST from the Guild of Awesome, and today we're going to complete every quest for the Thieves Guild and the Fighters Guild in Morrowind. There are several conflicts between the Thieves Guild and the Fighters Guild. In order for us to complete both quest lines and to get the best outcomes for both of the guilds, we're not going to join the Thieves Guild until we do the first 4 quests of the Fighters Guild in Balmora. Then we're going to complete all but the last quest of the Thieves Guild, then come back and do the rest of the Fighters Guild. You see that the problem is that the last quest of the Thieves Guild and the last quest of the Good Path of the Fighters Guild is actually the same quest. So if you want the best outcome, we'll need to accept and do both quests at the same time. And yes, there are 2 paths for the Fighters Guild. The bad path will lead you to wipe out the Thieves Guild, and the good path will lead you to free the Fighters Guild from the Kamona Tong. They are basically the evil, racist mafia in Morrowind. There is also a questline breaking bug that can occur. For Sugarlip's last quest, she'll ask us to find a Master of Security. However, if you've already found the Master beforehand and speak to him about the Southwall Corner Club, he will start this last quest, basically sequence breaking and skipping all of Sugarlip's quests. This has been fixed with the Morrowind fan patch, but I thought I'd make you aware of it regardless. We're also going to do a few quests from the Morag Tong, which is basically the Dark Brotherhood of Morrowind. We're going to do some of their quests because there's a conflict with the Morag Tong and the Thieves Guild. Now, in case you haven't seen the previous episodes, there are some things that we need or find useful before we begin. If you don't have enough gold to buy all of these spells right now, don't worry, you should have enough by the time we need to use them. First off, buy Mark and Recall from the Balmora Temple. Basically, you use Mark to set a teleportation point, and then use Recall to teleport back to that point. This will save you a bunch of time, so instead of walking back to a quest giver, you use the Mark spell at the NPC, and then use Recall once you complete the quest. That will teleport you back to the NPC for you to hand in the quest. If you have enough gold, then buy Levitate. If your security skill sucks, which as a thief would be a disaster, then buy Unduce's Open Door. If you're not an Imperial, then you'll also need to buy the Charming Touch. All of these spells are available from Mara Dren at the Balmora Mages Guild. While you're there, use the Mages Guild teleport to travel to Sedith Mora, and buy Frenzying Touch and Invisibility. Teleport again to the Alrune Mages Guild and buy Telekinesis from Orant Giantine. If you don't have the gold right now, then I'll let you know when these spells are actually required. There are 2 maps that I'll link to in the description. One map shows all of the fast travel points that you can take, and the other is an interactive map of Morrowind. These are incredibly useful, as Morrowind doesn't have any quest markers, and a lot of the quests are not marked in your map. Instead, you're actually given vague directions like you would in real life. So for example, you may be told to go to a dungeon, and all you get to work with is go east of Balmora, but if you reach the ocean, you've gone too far. These maps will make travelling around so much easier. With that said, let's do the first 4 quests of the Fighters Guild in Balmora. Head into the Fighters Guild and speak to Idis Fireeye. Join the guild and ask for orders.
What's your story?
Our first quest is to kill rats that have infested Drarareen Phaelas's house. Her house is just on the other side of the river. Before we start this quest, be aware that if you don't have the Morrowind patch project installed, completing this quest will prevent a miscellaneous quest for Drarareen from working. I'll cover that quest in another episode.
And a fine day to you.
Anyway, speak to Drarareen to receive the key to her storage room, but instead go into her bedroom first and kill the rat. While you're here, you can close the bedroom door and loot her stuff. There's a skill book on the shelf and a lock chest which contains some gold. You gotta start that thieving early. Head outside and up the stairs to the storage room. Kill the rats and then loot the place if you want. Speak to Drarareen to receive your payment and then report back to Idis.
Today's your lucky day. So let's hear it.
For the next quest, Idis will order us to kill some egg poachers at the nearby Shulk Egg Mine. The mine is only a short walk south of Balmora. Once inside the mine, stick to the left. Before you head through the next door, you should know that 2 enemies will attack you on sight, so you may want to save the game before heading in. Kill the 2 poachers and report back. Our next quest is to kill some Telvanni Agents. It doesn't matter if you've already joined House Telvanni, you won't get punished for killing these guys. Use the Mage's Guild teleport to get to Caldera, but before we head to the Telvanni Agents, we are going to steal some books for a later Thieves Guild quest. You can find all 4 books in his bedroom. There's also a fake ledger here that we'll need for a Redoran quest later on. Now leave the town via the northwest exit, and the cave is nearby. There is 1 scout outside, kill him, then save the game, and then kill the remaining 3 inside the cave.
Oh, this is too easy.
Head back to Idis to complete the quest. Next up is the Codebook quest. You may need a Charm or Frenzy spell for this one. This quest is the reason we are doing these Fighters Guild quests first. For this one, all we need to do is to get Sol to die? I'm going to call her Sol. Anyway, we need to get her to give us the Thieves Guild Codebook. You can find Sol inside the South Wall Corner Club, which is across the river. Now, hopefully you're not a member of the Thieves Guild, because then all we need to do is raise her disposition. You can use a charm spell or bribe/admire her until her disposition reaches 70, then she'll just hand the book over. But if you're already a member of the Thieves Guild, then things get a little more complicated, as she won't hand the book over no matter how much she likes you. So instead you have no choice but to pickpocket or kill her. If you don't want to get kicked out the guild, then I recommend casting Frenzy or taunting her into attacking you. Make sure she hits you first, and then kill her and take the book. Absolutely consequence free. Then once you have the book, don't leave the area. Instead, join the Thieves Guild by speaking with Habasi Sugar Lips. It's important you join now because once you hand the book over to Idis, you can no longer join the Thieves Guild. Once you've joined the Thieves Guild, take the book back to Idis to complete the quest. Now let's put the Fighters Guild on pause for a while. Head back to the South Wall Corner Club and ask Sugarlips for a job. Our first job is to obtain a diamond. Any diamond will do, so if you have one on you, you can just hand it over. If you don't have one, Habasi will suggest you steal one from Nalkyra, the alchemist in town. You can't just buy one from the alchemist. Sugarlips doesn't actually care how you get one. However, if you do want to steal one, the best option is to head to Nalkyra's bedroom. You can find 3 diamonds in a locked chest. Make sure to remember to never sell stolen stuff back to people. And it's not just the exact same item. So for example, if I steal a diamond here, I can never sell any diamonds to Nalkyra ever again without her attacking me. After Sugarlips has her diamond, our next job is to obtain the key to the Nerano Manor. The easiest option is to bribe Sovor Trandel. You can find him in the Council Club opposite the Siltstrider. Now be warned, there is a miscellaneous quest to kill all the people in this club. Also, you can kill Sovor and take the key from his body. The other patrons will attack you, and Sugarlips will be disappointed. I recommend not to kill him, and I'll cover the quest on killing all the people here in a later episode. So I'd recommend charming Sovor so his disposition is at least 70. Then talk to him about the manor. He will ask for a bribe. It doesn't matter how much you give him, but once you have the key, return it to Sugarlips. Our next quest is to recover some Dwemer artifacts from a fellow thief in Hlervu. Take the Siltstrider to Vivek, then take a boat to Hlervu, and go into Fat Legs Drop Off. Here you can find the culprit Razid. Our only option is to steal the objects back. Behind Razid is a locked chest. The items we need are inside. The problem is that if you're caught taking the items, you'll get attacked and have a bounty placed on you. So we need to position ourselves in just the right way so that we don't get caught. I recommend saving the game just in case. Take the goblet, bowl and tube back to Sugarlips to complete the quest. Next up, we are asked to steal some Vintage Brandy from Raylan Lalo at the Lalo Manor. When you get to the manor, jump across the balcony and pick the lock. Inside you can find 2 Vintage Brandies. Don't talk to the NPC in here, otherwise you'll start an unrelated quest. Again, I'll cover that one in another episode. Return the brandy to complete the quest. Next up, we were asked to free a guild member from the prison in Pelargade. Bit of a step up from stealing brandy. Pelargade is only a short walk south from Balmora. Once there, head into the shop opposite the Halfway Tavern. You'll need to either buy the Dwemer Goblet from a Bestian, or you can steal one from a locked chest upstairs. Head inside Fort Pelargade and talk to Shadback. Turns out she's been taking bribes and allowing people to smuggle Dwemer artifacts. Show the Coher to her and don't admit to stealing it. She will slip up and incriminate herself. Blackmail her and force her to release New Shoes. You'll need to speak with New Shoes before you'll head back. New Shoes will give you some new shoes as a reward. How fitting. Return to Sugarlips to complete the quest. Next up, Sugarlips will ask us to find a Master of Security to help secure the Corner Club. You aren't told who the Master is, just that they are a High Elf. The High Elf that we need is called Hlervu. You can find him in his house just down the road from the club. All you need to do is speak with Hlervu about security and then the South Wall. He will admit to neglecting the club and promise to help Sugarlips. Inform Sugarlips to complete her last quest. Head to the Mages Guild and teleport to Alderun. Head into the Rat in the Pot, which is just up the road. Head downstairs and to the right to find our next quest giver, Aengoff the Jeweler. His first quest is to steal a Tanto from the Mages Guild. Once we accept the quest, the Mages Guild goes on a break, leaving just one guard. Manis Vermanules is hanging out inside by the front door. He will automatically talk to you once you enter the building, even if you're invisible or if you teleport in. If you do teleport inside, he will run to where you are and will automatically detect you. The only way to get by him without getting his attention is to use an invisibility spell or potion before you enter the guild. He will still talk to you once you enter, but he will not aggro on you. However, there is no penalty for straight up killing him. He only exists for this quest, and even if you do spare him, the game will despawn him. The Tanto that we need is in a locked chest, in the alchemist's shop next to the stairs. There is a bug where if you take everything from the chest before you start this quest, then the Tanto won't spawn. The only way to get the Tanto to spawn at that point is to get it via console commands. I'll leave the command on screen. So you'll need to go into third person, press the console key, click on your character, and then type the text that's on screen. While you're here, grab the book Withershins, that's beside the altar. You'll need this for a later quest. Return the Tanto to Aengoff to complete the quest. Next up, we're asked to steal a Redoran Master Helm from the Gra-Bol Manor. There's a shit ton of stuff to steal from here, so let's just steal everything at once. For these items, it would help a lot if you had telekinesis. Remember, you can buy it from Orient Giantini at the Mages Guild in town. So head into Underskal, that's the giant mushroom looking building in town. Head into Thieves' shop on the lower left and buy 4 scrap metal. Once you have the metal, head upstairs and to the right into the Gra-Bol Manor.
Tell me what you want. Greetings out.
Remember to save often here in case you get caught. In the room with Gandosa, there is a few locked chests. Inside the one on the right is the pillow bug. Take this for a later quest.
Do you need something, Outlander?
Directly across Gandosa's room is Miners. On his cabinet is the Redoran Master Helm. I recommend positioning yourself behind the column and then using telekinesis to steal the helm. A guard may patrol inside the room, so use the wait system to get him to leave.
Do you need something, Outlander?
You seek information, Cyrodiil.
Head back to the entrance hall of Underskal and head into the Lirielle Manor. That's to the left of the council chambers. Head through the door on the left to get into the guard quarters. On a bed you'll see 4 darts of judgment. You need to steal all 4 of them. I recommend you save the game and then use an invisibility spell as 3 guards are patrolling around. Once you have the darts, take the door underneath where we came in, and then head through the door on the left to the manor bedrooms.
Come on.
Take the first door on the right to the private quarters. Go through the door on the left,
Okay.
and then go through the door on our right. Inside is a locked chest. Pick the lock to find a Redoran Cookbook. Steal this for later. Now head into the Telvanni Manor. Enter the room on the left and steal the Hlervu Locket from the room behind the guy here.
What is this regarding, Citadel? Matsera.
And that's everything we need for now. We should be able to complete all of Angos's quests at once now. Hand over the Redoran Master Helm, then the Pillow Book, then Withershins that we stole from the Mages Guild, then the Scrap Metal, and then finally the Darts of Judgement. Now, back to the Fighters Guild. Teleport back to Balmora and speak to Idis for the next quest. We will be asked to collect debt money from Helvain Desele, who runs a strip club in Saran. Take a Silk Strider over and head into the House of Earthly Delights. You'll need to raise her disposition up to 75 in order for her to hand over the money. Return the money to Idis to complete the quest. Next up, we are asked to kill a wanted murderer who is in town. Head to Gra-Bol's house, which is next to the South Wall Corner Club. You can straight up just run in, kill her and leave.
You choose to share your time with me?
Report back to Idis to complete the quest.
Here's a fine one. Speak freely.
We are done with Idis for now, so use the Mage's Teleport to Vivek. And next to the Mage's Guild is the Fighters Guild. Our next quest giver is Lorbemal.
Talk is free. What do you want?
His first quest is to take an enchanted ring from Dro'Sakhar, who is in the Lalu Plaza. You need to raise his disposition to 60 for him to hand the ring over. Return the ring to Lorbemal to complete the quest. Next we are asked to silence an Argonian, called Tongue Toad. He is in the Rat in the Pot in Alderun. Now the problem here is that he is a member of the Thieves Guild, so killing him will get you kicked out. In fact, if you speak to the old Fighters Guild master, Perseus Mercius, he will let you know there's actually no reason the Fighters Guild want this guy dead. Anyway, talk to Tongue Toad and inform him that you are there to kill him. He will ask you to spare him, and in return he will leave Morrowind. Accept his deal and return to Lorbermol to complete the quest. Next, Lorbermol will ask us to kill Dro'Sakhar, a Khajiit outlaw here in Vivec. You'll find our target in the canal south 2 in the St. Orms canton. Head inside and kill Dro'Sakhar. He is actually an outlaw, so there's no consequence for killing him. Report back to Lorbermol to complete the quest. Next, we are asked to collect a debt from Lirielle. You can pay the money yourself now, as there is no way to actually get the money. Instead, we'll end up finding items to sell for the money. So if you want to follow the quest line, what you'll need to do is Mage's teleport to Ardrun, and then go to the Rat in the Pot. Speak to Lirielle about the debt, and she'll say the debt is actually owed to her brother. She informs you that he died in a cave called Malapi. Still stride over to Balmora, then again to Vivec. Take a boat to Laod and then another to Narmok. Head northeast to find Malapi. You'll need to loot the cave and find stuff to sell for the 2,000 gold that we need. Once you have the gold, give it to Lorbermol to complete the quest. Now we're done for Lorbermol for now. Mage's teleport to Sidif Mora and then head downstairs into the Fighters Guild. Our next quest giver is Harundi.
What's your story?
His first quest is to join up with another guild member and clear a dungeon called Nchurdamz. God, I can't pronounce anything in this game. Teleport back to Vivec and then take a Silk Strider to Mologmar. Head northeast to find a dungeon. Be aware that there is another dungeon nearby with a similar name called Nchurdamz. God, I hate this game. Outside the dungeon you'll find our guild friend, Larina Macrina. Is that right? Oh, God damn it. Save before talking to her, as this dungeon can be quite annoying. So a couple of things to note before we begin. Our guild friend will heal us for free whenever we want by talking to her. She says it drains her to do so, but her health doesn't actually get affected, so don't worry about it. She has an AoE lighting spell that can do a lot of damage to you if you get caught in the crossfire, so be very careful about that. And inside there is a lava pit, which you will often walk into, so be careful in that room. So our objective here is to kill a Daedroth called Krelsu, who is waiting at the end dungeon. I recommend clearing the dungeon first, but leaving Krelsu alive for Lirina. There's a unique spear here called Ilkaruk. You may as well grab it if you like pointy sticks. Once you're ready, speak with Lirina and ask her to follow you. Kill the Daedroth together, and then head back to Harundi to complete the quest.
Relvasu is vanquished, yet somehow I feel uneasy. I must investigate these ruins further. You have been a worthy companion. Farewell, my friend.
Talk is free. What do you want?
I can't help you. Got healed elsewhere.
Next we are asked to investigate some problems at the Dissapla Mine. Take a boat to Telmora, then take another boat to Tel Arun. Now walk northwest to find the mine. Once inside, speak to the miners to find out that Nick's hounds have been attacking.
I'm waiting.
Head into the mine to find Terrace Arafan. You'll need to escort him to the entrance. Save beforehand, as he often gets stuck on the environment and then you have to do the entire thing all over again.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Speak to Nova on your way out for a reward, and head back to Urundi to receive another reward for completing the quest.
Talk is free. What do you want?
You've got the better of me, so go ahead.
Next up, we get two quests at once. One is to kill a corpus stalker in a shop in Telmora, and another is to collect a bounty on an outlaw called Relis Tenim. Let's kill the zombie first. Take a boat to Telmora, and then head into Berwen's shop. Talk to her about the corpus stalker, and she'll tell you that the zombie is upstairs. Kill the zombie, but before you leave, use telekinesis to steal a Grandmaster's retort from the shelf next to Berwen. You'll need this for a Thieves Guild quest later on. Speak with Berwen on the way out for a disposition boost. Take a boat to Vas, and then head north to find a cave called Shalat. Now there is a trick to this cave. If you don't pay attention, then you'll end up at the Drefn Ancestral Tomb. Inside the tomb is a vampire. Now actually, you don't have to deal with a vampire. Instead, you should find a bunch of levitate potions around. Take them all as they're very useful in the future, but especially you need one now if you don't have a levitate spell. At one point in the cave, there is some water. Look up and you'll see a ledge. So Tenim and his gang have been using levitate potions to hide in a hidden part of the cave, and they have a deal with the vampire to lure bounty hunters to their death. So levitate up and kill Tenim, then report back to Urundi. The vampire has a unique ring that has some good effects, but she can be a tough fight.
This is the end of you, Swit!
Die, Fetcher!
There's no
You
escape!
You
There's an interesting note on his desk regarding the deal with the vampire. It's worth a read.
Talk is free. What do you want?
Aren't you a sight? What can I do for you?
Next, we're asked to deliver 20 bottles of Sujamma to a mine called Dubirai Caverns. Be warned that you'll need 60 spare weight in your inventory for the Sujamma. I always drop stuff on the floor if I need to, and then pick it up once I've completed the quest. Mages teleport to Caldera, and then head east. I recommend a levitate spell to fly over the mountains, but it is possible to walk over them at certain points. Head into the mine and speak with Nellakar to hand over the delivery. Report back to Harundi to complete the quest.
Do you have something to say, Cyrodiil?
Now we're going to go back to the Thieves Guild for a while. Leave the Fighters Guild and head across the bridge to Dirt and Mirielle's Corner Club. Inside we find our next quest giver, Big Helendi.
If you care to talk, I would consider it a privilege.
Our first quest from her is to steal a Dispel Potion formula from Anis Seloff, the local alchemist. The store's on the other side of town. Once inside, buy 4 pieces of ebony ore for a quest later on. Then head upstairs and steal the recipe from a box. There is another bug here. If you've looted the chest previously, you'll need to console command the recipe into your inventory. Now remember, go into third person, press the console key, click on yourself, and type the on-screen command to add it to your inventory. Now I will need to give the recipe over to the client, to Mersal at the Mages Guild in town. Head inside and hand the recipe over, then head back to Helendi to complete the quest. Next up, we are tasked with bringing a Grandmaster's retort back to Helendi. If you remember, we stole one from Berwen, so hand that over to complete the quest. Next up, we are asked to hire a wizard for protection. Speak with Ariel Fensel at the local Mages Guild about hiring a wizard. She'll ask for 4 pieces of ebony ore as payment. Hand the ore we bought earlier over, and then report back to Helendi. Next up, hand over the cookbook we stole from Alderun. And our final quest for Helendi is to steal a staff from Felon Mayron, who's in a tower in Tel Benora. You will get 3 Rising Force potions from Helendi. You'll need them to fly to the top of the tower. Take a boat over and head into the Ferenas chamber on the upper part of the tower. you should be able to position yourself behind the bookcase to steal the staff. Remember to save beforehand in case you get caught.
3 blessings, Sarah. So good to see you.
Head back to Hlendi. You can either keep the staff or sell it for 250 gold. Either way, you complete her last quest. Rank up twice to Footpad, then Mage's Teleport to Vivek. Head into the East Canal Works of the Foreign Quarter, and then into Simmons Pralin's bookshop.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Let's not make this official, Outlander. Move along.
You'll need to use a spell or pick the lock on the door in the back.
Very enlightening.
Inside you'll find our final quest giver, and the guildmaster himself, Gentleman Jim Stacy. Gentle Jim has 2 quest lines, and you can complete both of them. However, if you complete his main quest line first, he will disappear from the game and lock you out of the other quest line. So make sure you complete all the Bal Malagma quests first. Basically, the Bal Malagma are Robin Hood type thieves. You'll steal stuff and then return them to their rightful owner. So speak to Jim about the Bal Malagma, and he will hand you the gloves that you'll need to wear while completing these quests. Speak to him again about the Bal Malagma to start the quest line. First off, he'll ask us to steal the Hlervu Locket from the Venin Manor, and then return it to Brainath's Hlervu. We already stole the locket, so let's skip to returning it back. We can find Brainath's on the east side of Alrune. Report back to Jim to complete the quest.
Pleasure, Outlander. Do you require my services?
Next up, we're asked to steal a ledger from Yingling at his manor in the St. Orm's Plaza, here in Vivek. Head downstairs and pick the locked door. There is a guard nearby, so be careful.
You seem worthy of my knowledge. You may speak.
Kill the rats for a house Hallowed quest that I'll do an episode on way later on. Take the ledger from the desk and you'll see that Yingling has been funneling money from the Tribunal Temple. Return the ledger to Jim to complete the quest. Next up, we're asked to prevent Valander Omani from stealing land via a forged deed. Head to the library in the Halls of Wisdom in the Temple Canton, south of Vivek. Inside you'll find the deed on the north side of the library.
What do you think of our city, Outlander?
May I help you?
Steal it and take it to Rothron in Sedanin. You can take a Silt Strider or walk, it's not that far. Hand the deed over and say it belongs to her. Then report back to Jim to complete the quest.
What is your pleasure
To deserve this honor.
Do you require my services?
Next, we are asked to return a stolen dagger and leave an apology note for Salin Sarefi, who is in the Tower of Dusk at Ghostgate. Take a major teleport to Alrune and walk southeast to Ghostgate. Downstairs you'll find Salin. Ignore him and find his chest nearby. Place the dagger and the letter inside and then report back to Jim. By the way, the person who stole this dagger was Alding, a fellow thief who is in the Aldrun Guild. You don't actually need to speak to him, I'm just showing a bit of trivia.
Hail!
I like what I see.
Do you require my services?
Next we asked to steal a ring from a slaver called Bralian, and hand it over to Lemeni Dren. Mages teleport to Sedith Mora and head into Farah's hole in the wall. Now you can just buy the ring from him, however he has a unique item called the Amulet of Ignis. Once you complete the quest he disappears from the game, so honestly I recommend killing him. Use a frenzy spell, you can buy one from the Mages Guild here in town, or taunt him into attacking you. Let him hit you once and then kill him. Take the ring and the amulet and then return to Vivec. Go to the St. Dylan Canton, and then into the south one door. Hand the ring over in the name of the Balmoragma, and return to Jim to complete the quest. Next we are asked to steal 4 books from Odral Helvi. We already stole the books ages ago, so let's just hand them in. We just teleport to Aldrun and hand the books over to Vala Catraso. Report back to Jim to complete the quest.
Do you require my services?
Now for the final Balmoragma quest. We'll need to steal a large Dwemer Goblet from Belisarius' office here in Vivec. Head to the justice offices in the Temple Canton. The goblet is on a desk right in front of everybody, so you'll need to use telekinesis to steal the goblet from the corridor.
Yes, Outlander, what do you want?
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
Now take the goblet to Dancer Indolus, who is just outside. Give her the goblet in the name of the Balmoragma.
Yes, Outlander, what do you want?
Report back to Jim to complete the quest.
Do you require my services?
Now we're going to complete the normal Thieves Guild quests for Jim. We need to rank up to Captain first. First off, Jim will ask us to find a fellow guild member who has gone missing. If he is dead, then Jim wants a key from him. We're going to head to Nad's house first, so we don't have to walk back and forth between the bar. Head to the St. Dylan Canton, and then into the South 2 Canal. Inside we find the corpse of the guild member. Loot the key off his body. Now we can find out who killed him. When we started the quest, Jim said that Nads likes to hang out at the Elven Nations Corner Club at the Hlaalu Canton. If you ask Savali about Nads,
Go ahead, Outlander.
she'll say that she last saw Nads speaking with Arvama. Speak with Arvama and accuse her of the murder. She will immediately attack you. Killing her will get you extra gold. Kill her and then report back to Jim to complete the quest.
I have you!
Require my services?
Next, we are asked to speak with the Old Fighters Guild Master in Aldrun. Mages teleport over and speak with Perseus Mercius. So the whole deal with the Fighters Guild is that it has been taken over by the Kamona Tong, who are basically the Morrowind Mafia. So Jim wants to free the Fighters Guild from the Kamona Tong because they are using the Fighters Guild to wipe out the Thieves Guild. In fact, there is a quest line in the Fighters Guild that allows you to do just that. I'll cover that quest line later because that is the bad version of the Fighters Guild. Just know that the next quest we do for the Thieves Guild will allow us to save some members of the Fighters Guild. So we need to speak to the old Guildmaster, who will give us some info about the members that are in the Fighters Guild who could be convinced to turn against the Commander Tong. After speaking with Perseus, take the info back to Jim.
Deserve this honor.
Do you require my services?
Completing this next quest will allow us to save Idis Fire-Eye. If you don't do this quest before doing the Fighters Guild questline, then we will be tasked with killing her instead. Jim's next quest is to acquire the Bitter Cup, a magical cup that increases your highest attribute by 20 and decreases your lowest by 20. Don't drink from the cup when we find it, as you will fail the quest. Once we get the cup, we have to take it to Idis Fire-Eye in Balmora. First we need to find the cup. Mages teleport to Aldrune, then take the Silt Strider to Kull, then swim northeast to Aldverdania. Inside, the very first door to the right will take us to the cup. However, there is a key to that door by exploring the other side of the dungeon. It's at the end of the dungeon on top of the crates. Head into the Fighters Guild and find Idis. Hand the cup over and she will pledge allegiance to the Thieves Guild. Return to Jim to complete the quest. Next, Jim will ask us to blackmail Harundi, in order for him to join us just like Idis did. This time we need to find out who Harundi has fallen in love with. Mages teleport to Sedith Mora. Now you don't actually have to blackmail him. If your disposition is at least 80, then he'll join you without any fuss. But if you want to blackmail him instead, then go to Farah's hole in the wall, speak with the people in the bar, and they will indicate that Felena Harren is Harundi's lover. Go to Harundi and confront him about Felena. He will then join the Thieves Guild. Head back to Jim to complete the quest.
As you like. It is a privilege to serve.
Now ask Jim to rank us up to Mastermind, then ask for a job. He'll ask us to kill 2 members of the Commander Tong. The problem here is that the Morag Tong will also ask us to kill them as part of their questline. So in order to avoid that conflict, we're going to complete a bunch of the Morag Tong's quests first. So just to explain a bit more, if we kill these 2 brothers for the Thieves Guild first, then the Morag Tong will be pissed and you will lose the reward for their quest. If you kill the brothers for the Morag Tong first, then the Thieves Guild won't even care and the quest will be completed immediately. So the Morag Tong are basically legal assassins. You receive writs from the guild giving you permission to kill someone. Basically it's a dark brotherhood of Morrowind. So let's find the Morag Tong first. Head to the Vivek Arena, head into the Wasteworks, then head into the Canal Works.
Watch yourself.
And then into the storage area. Unlock the door to the right and then unlock the hatch on the floor. Head inside to find the guild. Head upstairs and speak to Eno-Hlalu to join the guild.
You may speak. I've heard good things about you.
He'll ask you to kill Faruni Oran, who is at the Elven Nations Corner Club, at the top of Hlalu Canton. Now the best way to kill someone in Morrowind is to get them to hit you first. The best way to do this is to cast a frenzy spell. However, another method is to successfully threaten someone 3 times. You can also, if you want to, open the console, click on the NPC, type set fight 100, and this will make them attack you on sight. Now I'm bringing this up because a lot of our targets from the Morag Tong will refuse to talk to you. However, you can get around this by stripping naked, and then you'll skip that refusal, and this will allow you to threaten them. Always make sure they hit you first before killing them, because for the Morag Tong, if you get a bounty on your head while killing these people, your quest reward will be reduced. Our first target is one of those people who won't talk to you. Get him to attack you first and then kill him.
3 blessings, Sarah. Die, Fetcher.
Return to Eno to complete the quest.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Now we are officially a member of the guild, and we are allowed to take on more writs. A lot of the time we're asked to take on 2 writs at once. Here we are given a writ for Taurus Seren and Odasha Yasalimbol. Make sure to talk to Eno about both of these before leaving. Let's go for Taurus first. Head to the Saren Manor in the Redoran Canton Plaza. Now be warned, if that you are a member of House Redoran, then attacking Taurus first will get you kicked out. Once inside, speak to Taurus and he will attack you along with his friends. Let them land a hit on you first and then kill them. Then take a major teleport to Sedith Mora. Swim west to find his camp. He's on his own inside the tent and will attack you on sight. Kill him and then report back to Eno to complete both writs.
Under sun and sky, Outlander, we greet you warmly.
Now we are given a writ to kill Saren Sedis, and another writ to kill both Ethel Saloth and Idriso Vendu. First we will kill Ethel and Idriso. Head to the plaza in the Telvanni Canton. Head into the temporary housing to find our 2 targets. Frenzy them into attacking you and let them hit you once and then kill them.
There is no escape! Go back!
Now teleport to Sedith Mora. Swim west again and this time heading to a cave called Zaintirari. Inside we'll find our target, Saren. Kill him and then report the 2 completed writs back to Eno. Next up, we're asked to kill Guril Beferen and Galasar Uvain. Both targets are in Vivek, so we don't need to travel far. First, let's go for Guril. Go into the Redoran Wasteworks. You'll find a club called the Flowers of Gold. Downstairs we'll find our first target. Frenzy him into attacking and kill him. Make sure to grab the Glove of Sanguine Horny Fist for a future Morag Tong quest.
You will die.
Next, head to the Wasteworks in the Hlervu Canton, and into the Treasury. Frenzy her into attacking you, then kill her and head back to Eno.
I'm listening. Go ahead. I have you!
Welcome, friend. You're nearly a legend around here. Please, talk.
Next, we are asked to kill Mabon Drenim and Tira Belvane. head to the top of the Telvanni Canton and into the tower.
What words do you have for me,
At the top, Maven and his 2 friends will attack on sight, kill him and his friends, and then steal the Flame Mirror Robe for a miscellaneous quest.
May I?
Take a boat to Tel Benora, and then to Sedith Mora, and then finally to Dagon Fell. Head west to find Sarah. This is the tower that Terra is hiding inside. Save before entering just to be safe. Frenzy him into attacking and then kill him.
You Inwa.
Report back to NO and hand in the 2 writs.
May you find me worthy of your
Next we're asked to kill Mafin Demis and Brilnosu Laris. Be aware that if you have the original Morrowind, if you take the writ for Brilnosu, you will get locked out of a later Morrowind conquest. This is fixed in the Game of the Year edition and can also be fixed with the unofficial patch. We are going to go after Mafin first, as he is hiding in Vivek. You'll need to head into the canal works of the Hlaalu Canton and then into the ancestral vaults.
What is it?
Mafin and his gang will attack on sight, kill them all. Now we'll need to take the Siltstrider to Balmora. Now head west over the mountains to a stronghold called Hlormaran. Head inside the tower and up to the top. There are hostile NPCs inside, so make sure to save before entering. At the very top is our target. Frenzy her into attacking you and then kill her. Her friend will come to attack you as well, so kill them both. You can find the Adarath Proplon index on a shelf in the dome. These indexes are part of a plugin quest where you are tasked with collecting them all. I will cover that in an episode of its own later on. Report the completed writs back to NO. Now we have got to the quest that we are waiting for. Killing the brothers Navil and Rains Lenith, the exact same quest that Jim gave us. So take a Siltstrider to Saran and then head west to the Dren Plantations. Head into the basement to find the 2 brothers. The doors are locked and trapped. Kill the 2 brothers and loot the room, as there's lots of expensive stuff here. There is a note in a chest on the bookshelf. Pick up the note for a Hlaalu quest. Now report back to Enno to complete all of the writs for the Morag Tongue, then head back to Gentle Jim, completing the quest for him.
Do you require my services?
Now we will have a similar situation for Jim's next quest. He'll ask us to kill the current guildmaster of the Fighters Guild, Strong Hardheart. However, we will also be given this quest by Perseus later on. So accept the quest for now, but we'll finish up the rest of the Fighters Guild quests first. Mages teleport to Ardrun, and then head into the Fighters Guild and speak to Perseus. Rank up to Swordsman so we can take his first quest. He wants us to help another guild member, Lin Henim, kill a necromancer in a cave called Vas. Mages teleport to Sedith Mora and then take a boat to Dagon Fell. Walk west to find the cave. Outside the cave we find our guildie. Now I recommend saving and then clearing out most of the cave yourself, making sure to leave the top floor and Daras Adrum untouched.
I should have killed you sooner.
Now go back and grab your guildmate.
Greetings, Outlander. I think I've heard of you before. Hey, wait for me.
The Necromancer is a member of the House of Telvanni, so let him hit you first if you don't want to get kicked out of that house. Before heading into the last room, use a charm spell on Yulaine, as your quest reward will double from 250 gold if her disposition is above 70. Kill the Necromancer and speak to Yulaine, then recall back to Perseus.
I have you.
His next quest is to kill an outlaw in a cave called Sargon. Take a Salt Strider to Kull and then a boat to Dagon Fell. Walk west to find Sargon. Save before entering the cave, as the outlaw is very tough. The cave is full of his friends. Kill and swim your way through to find Neri, waiting at the end. Once they are all dead, we call back to Perseus. Next we'll be asked to help Sergio, Av and Oren get rid of some bandits in a cave called Sataran. We should speak with Sergio first, so take a search rider to Saran. We can find Sergio in his manor, the Oren Manor, and speak to him about the bandits. He will tell you that they are in a cave nearby. The cave is a short walk east of Saran. Inside there are a crap ton of bandits, so make sure to save before entering. Clear the cave and then return to Sergio.
You in.
We will still need to report back to Perseus to complete the quest. Now, for his next quest, we are asked to deliver 20 bottles of Flynn to the Elith-Pal mine. In total, it will take 20 units of weight to make sure you have the room. Mages teleport to Sedith Mora and then take a boat to Voss, then walk southwest to find the mine. Hand the Flynn over to Dangor inside the mine, then recall back to Perseus.
What is this regarding, Citadel? Wealth beyond measure, you may speak.
Can you ask your question?
Don't start his next quest, as it will take us down the good ending of the Fighters Guild. However, we still have some quests from the other quest givers to complete. Rank up once to Protector, and then Mages teleport to Balmora. We're going to complete Idis's last few quests. She'll ask us to hunt down some orc bandits for the Duke of Ebonheart. She points us to Alof, a farmer who has witnessed the orcs and knows where they are. Take a long walk to his farmhouse southeast of Balmora. He will tell us the orcs are hiding in a Daedric ruin called Ashenarts, which is northeast of the farm. The ruin is split into two, a lower and upper level. The entrance to the lower section is obvious. Head inside and kill the orcs. Once they are dead, head to the right of the tower, and there is a path that will lead to the upper door. The leader is inside here, but should be an easy kill. Report back to Idis to complete the quest.
Friend, hail.
Next we are asked to wipe out a gang that's in a cave that's right next to Pelegade. Walk south from Balmora and then into Manamu. Kill everyone in the cave and then report back to Idis.
You bring good fortune with you. Welcome.
Her final quest is to kill a hunger in a tomb north of Pelegade. Walk to the cave and wipe out the monsters inside, then head back to Idis. The hunger drops a unique helm. It's not needed for any quests, but if you're a collector, it's worth taking. Mages teleport back to City of Mora for Horundi's last remaining quests. He will ask us to escort a researcher through a fortress called Telecero. Mages teleport to Vivek and then take a Silt Strider to Molagmar, then walk west to find the fortress. Or you can just head east from Saran, it's just as far. When you get there, our researcher, Sondale, is nowhere to be seen. Instead, we find a note on the door. Sondale has gone inside without you, and as you can expect, has gotten herself captured by the monsters inside. Save the game before setting inside and slaughter your way to the bottom. Also notice Sondale is killed, and Horundi will refuse to give you any more quests, so make sure she survives. There is another Proplon index here in one of the containers. I've also used a Night Eye spell, so that's why everything looks a bit different. Eventually you find Sundale on a table, scared of some rats on the floor. Kill the rats, and any remaining enemies in the fortress, before escorting Sundale outside. Once you're outside, speak to Sundale to get the general update, and then recall back to Hurundi.
How interesting.
Next we are asked to kill an outlaw, Telvanni, who is chilling in Tel Naga, the massive tower in town. Hopefully you have a levitation spell or some levitation potions. Levitate to the top of the tower to find a door to the upper tower. Our target Engar is behind a trapped, locked door. Now, if you're a member of House Telvanni, attacking him first will get you expelled from the house, so make sure to frenzy him first. Return to Hurundi to complete the quest. Now for Hurundi's final quest, to retrieve 7 golden eggs from the Pudai Eggmine. Now be warned that each egg weighs 30 units, so you'll need 210 spare space in your inventory. Now that's a lot to ask for us. So alternatively, just make sure that your marked teleportation point is within talking distance of Hurundi. Then when you get over encumbered by the eggs, you can just recall back. You may have to pick up and drop the eggs a few times, allowing you to move forward just a little bit, but once you pick up all the eggs, you can just recall back. To get to the mine, take a boat to Dagon Fell. Then it's just a short walk west. You'll find the golden eggs behind the queen. Return the eggs to Hurundi to complete its final quest. Now teleport back to Vivec for Lobermol's final quest. First off, he's going to ask us to kill a taxwoman in Seyda-Neen. It's an awful time to be a taxman in Seyda-Neen. It's just not worth it if you're just going to get murdered. Anyway, you can walk to Seyda-Neen from Vivec, or take a Silt Strider if you prefer. A levitation potion or spell will be very useful here, as you can fly it to the top of the warehouse. Or if you're lucky, you can pick the lock on the bottom floor as long as nobody sees you. Frenzy Adrea and then kill her. Then recall back to Lobermol.
No one can match me.
Now for his final quest, he will ask us to kill a judge called Rufinus, who is in the Grand Council chambers in Ebonheart. Now Rufinus is part of an Imperial Legion quest to find the Lord's Mail. However, he is not necessary for that quest, so if you haven't done that quest yet, you can still kill him. And you can see that quest in the Imperial Legion episode that I've already done. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave a link in the description. Take a boat or swim to Ebonheart, head to the Council chambers and then into the Imperial Commission. Frenzy him and then kill him. Report back to Lobermol to complete the quest.
Well, hello then. A pleasure to meet you. Please, by all means. I'm listening. This is pointless. Give in.
Now there's a reason that I've left Vivec for last. Save your game here. I'm going to show you the bad ending first, then we'll load this save back and we'll do the good ending. Bear in mind that completing the bad ending will get you kicked out of the Thieves Guild and you'll be unable to complete Jim's last quest. So speak to the current guildmaster and rank up to Guardian. Now ask Shoring for a quest. He will ask us to kill the Thieves Guild leaders. That's not including Jim, as he gets his own quest later on. Instead we are asked to kill Big Helendi, Sugarlips Habasi and Angoth the Jeweler. Fortunately, we can mages teleport to all of the cities that we need to, so travel's not really a problem here. Make sure to frenzy the targets first and let them hit you once. It doesn't really matter at this point, as we're going to destroy the guild anyway, but the gods will still be pissed. Once all three are dead, head back to Shoring to complete the quest. Now for his final quest, we are asked to kill the leader of the Thieves Guild, Gentle Jim. We already know where Jim is, so head on over and frenzy him.
I'm a busy guy, so if you could hurry this up.
Once he's dead, head back to Shoring, who will attack you once you talk to him.
We share the same company. What can I do for you?
Kill him to be automatically ranked up to Guild Master. And that's it for the bad ending. Basically a bunch of people dead for no reason. Now if you want the good ending, reload your save and head to Perseus in Ald'ruhn. Rank up to Guardian again and ask for a job. He will task us with killing all of the members of the Commander Tong who have infiltrated the Fighters Guild. So if he gave Idis the Bitter Cup for the Thieves Guild, then we are not asked to kill her, as she has already turned against the Commander Tong. We don't even have to visit her for this quest. If you didn't hand the cup over, then she will attack you on sight. Make sure she hits you first, as you can still get expelled from the guild. The other member we are asked to kill is Lobamol. We can't save him, unlike Idis. He's a bit of a dick, so make sure he hits you first and then kill him. Return to Perseus to complete the quest. And for the last Fighters Guild quest, we are asked to kill Shoring. This is the exact same quest that Jim gave us, so we're going to complete 2 guilds at once. Before you set off, Perseus will give you a key to his personal storeroom. Inside you can find some good armour, as well as a bunch of other stuff. So teleport to Vivec and you'll need to frenzy Hardheart in order to not get kicked out of the guild.
You choose to share. Give in. You're dead already.
Once he's dead, let's report back to Jim first, as he's nearby. Completing this last quest for him will get you promoted to the head of the Thieves Guild, and you'll get the Skeleton Key, a lockpick that opens any door, but it only has 50 uses, so save it for hard locks. Now let's report back to Perseus, completing the final Fighters Guild quest and being promoted to the Master of the Guild.
Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet you.
And that's all. Overall, we've got a lot of progress done this episode. I'm not sure what we're going to do for the next episode. Maybe the Tribunal Temple, or maybe even the main quest. Trying to get around Morrowind's quest conflicts is like walking through a minefield. Anyways, thank you for watching guys, and stay awesome.